Tucson's rock station, Rock 102.1, Oro Valley, Tucson.
An Arizona Lotus Corp radio station.
You want it? You got it. Reality radio done right. No nonsense, real and raw, just like you like it.
He's corrupt, he's inexperienced, and he lies.
Broadcasting from a broom closet in the Arizona Lotus Studios, it's Beef Vegan Presents.
There it is. Yo, welcome back to the show. It's Beef Vegan Presents live on Rock 102.1 KFMA, streaming worldwide at KFMA.com. On this beautiful Monday, July 7th. Good morning, Rico.
Good morning.
And good morning, Tucson. Thank you guys for tuning into the show. Hope you had a fantastic 4th of July weekend. Enjoyed the beautiful weather. Now buckle up. It's going to get hot out there all week long. There's a heat advisory kicking in today. But yes, it's going to be a good one. And hopefully you had a good time with your friends and fans and all that stuff. You barbecued. Did you eat up a bunch of stuff on the 4th of July, Rico?
No.
You didn't eat any hot dogs whatsoever?
I feel like that's my diet anyway, hot dogs and steak.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, a day to relax.
Yeah.
Just whatever.
All right. Well, I mean, in honor of 4th of July, we got Patriots out there like Joey Chestnut putting down 70 hot dogs, winning another championship. You can't even put down 7?
Oh, was he number 1? Because I know number 2 is a Tucson lady.
Yeah, well, you know what? What's her name? Pull it up again. I met her before, and yes, and she is a legend here in town. I'm spacing on her name right now, but yeah, I mean they separate it in men and women. They don't compete together, dude. So if she's number 2 in female, that means she lost to another female, or she won for women. And in Tucson, it's Michelle something.
Hey, I'm trying to look.
I'm telling you right now.
Joey.
I know, but I'm telling you it's Michelle. And I'm trying to think of the last name here. Anyways, yeah. So we had the 4th of July. The big story on the Nathan's hot dog eating contest was that Joey Chestnut was allowed to go back.
Michelle, let's go. There we go.
There you go. Yes. Yeah. So did she get first place?
Second place.
Second place to a woman?
Tucson woman places second at Nathan's 4th of July hot dog eating contest.
So another woman beat her, which is still good. I mean, second place is good. Michelle, I mean, I watched her house a jar of mayonnaise, which is disgusting. But she could do that kind of stuff without even flinching and is a legend here in town. So we'll have to reach out to Michelle, get her back on the show to do a victory lap and celebrate there. She's a competitive eater all over the place. So, Tucson definitely represents whenever there's a competitive eating contest. All right. So we of course, we had that over the weekend. It was not all great news. Tragedy hit in Texas. With extreme flooding, which is super sad, and they're still trying to figure that out. But how do I segue from that? On the positive side, Waffle House is taking away their extra charge for eggs.
Really?
Yeah, it's not all bad. Yeah, no.
I'll take that W.
Yeah. Yeah, it is a weird weekend to kind of follow the news and stuff because you have all the patriotic things and the annual festivities that happen, and then out of nowhere a crazy rainstorm hits Texas, and then the river floods, and then they're going to be recovering from that for quite some time. So our thoughts are with Texas as they're trying to recover right now. There's like an entire camp that was wiped out from this river. Did you see any of this? Yeah, it's super sad. So just imagine just if you're a parent and you send your kid away for summer camp, it's going to be like the best time ever, right? You ever been to summer camp growing up?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That's coming of age stuff. You get a little bit of freedom. You're just out in the wilderness. So, I mean, it can't be more heartbreaking for sure. So, it's always difficult to cover the news like that. To start off your week and stuff, but it can't be ignored either. So, I'm sure there's plenty of different websites out there for donations to kind of help any kind of families as they continue to kind of look through and build everything through there. But beyond that, when it rains and you're in a flooding area, you got to go for higher ground. You can't trust it, especially if it keeps coming down. I know we got places here in Tucson that have lots of washes, and we have the stupid motorist law. Where cars try to drive across a wash, and it's like, don't do it, man.
Don't do it, bro.
This is just a reminder. As monsoons, they will come and they'll hit us too eventually, and we want them. But don't drive across one of those washes, man, for sure. But yeah, okay, back to the weenie eating. 70 in 10 minutes. How many weenies do you think you could take down in a month if you were on ecstasy?
In a month?
Yeah, if you were on ecstasy.
230.
That's my champ right there. That's my champ right there.
Got you.
All right, we got a great show lined up for you today. Tickets to give away for Jerry Cantrell at the Rialto Theater. So that's a show where you can watch a legend and don't have to drive up to Phoenix to see one. So we'll be doing that here in 8 o'clock hour. We'll also give you a keyword to go fly yourself. But coming up after Wage War, it's going to be your Morning Moron. So keep it right here. It's Rock 102.1 KFMA, but you know the name of the show. Tucson. Let's go. All right, we got a lot of stuff to cover here, but welcome back. I got some new bells and whistles I got to mess with on this StreamYard, which is cool, but I haven't had time to finagle and figure it out because the entire studio is kind of up and running, but kind of not, So I've added an engineer trying to create and upgrade our studio. You can't tell, but you can't see any physical changes. You just know that half the shit
there's like sparks and wires in the background just going off.
Right. Yeah. And half the stuff that normally works doesn't work right now. So in that process, so kind of growing pains, if you will. But we'll get into that here in a little bit. I'm about to give a keyword on the air as well and then tease this alligator Alcatraz, which I'm a fan of alliteration. You give me alliteration, I'm like, that's branding right there. Alligator Alcatraz. That sounds good. What is it for? Oh, that's not good.
It sounds like a decent sequel to like what is that Clint Eastwood movie back in the day? Like Escape from Alligator Alcatraz as a sequel.
Yes.
I would have watched
that
absolutely.
For
sure.
Considering like if there's a whole bunch of hungry alligators all just kind of posted up all around that prison.
He's blowing cigarette smoke in their face.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Now, I don't know if you heard the story, if it's a big story in, English speaking news, but it's definitely a big story other places around Latin America. So we'll get into that here in a minute. But first, I got to get you to go fly yourself. Let's see. All right, that's some 41 with landmines. We are live here on the podcast broadcast. You can join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. Got some videos that I got to share with you here that you can only see exclusively on our podcast broadcast. But I have promised that I do have a keyword for you to text to win a trip to Portugal. Yes, Portugal. Is that next to Spain? Yes, it's a beautiful place.
Lisbon.
If you want to go, well, then why don't you go fly yourself?
Rock 102.1. It's time to go fly yourself.
And it's funny that you said Lisbon, okay? Because that's the word that you want to text in. Lisbon to 600 KFMA, that's 600-5362. So you can be automatically qualified to win the trip to Portugal, ride through Lisbon, see the castles in Sinitra, and have wine by the sea. So it's a beautiful location, and you can go for free for a 5-day trip if you text the word Lisbon, Lisbon, to 600 KFMA, 600-5362. And if you win the trip and can't go, you can take $3,000 in cash. All right. And I will state that accidentally texting lesbian will not help you qualify to win. So Lisbon is that keyword. Join us, youtube.com/beefvegan. It's a podcast broadcast. They're lesbians. All right. So, while we're on the subject of awesome hats, I bought one from Wiener Schnitzel that said, just here for the wieners. Nice. That sounds delicious. You know what else is delicious? Morning Moron. Yeah. A guy who injected his arm with his own man love to cure an ailment. Spoiler alert, doesn't work. All right, check this out. All right, that's Blur by Wage War on Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back to the show. It's now 6:14 and time for your Morning Moron. Let's do this. Oh, man, I got a doozy of a story for you today, Rico. What's your favorite DIY kind of like self-help hack? Like, say if you get sick or, you're not...
like lemon, ginseng type stuff.
Okay, yeah. I've heard that before. A little lemon and honey or cayenne pepper kind of mixed in. These are different ways that you could start making yourself feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any kind of like organic hacks for back pain if you suffer any back pain? I don't know why you're laughing at that. And back pain's never funny. Okay, yeah, you know what? Edibles, you're not going to be moving much, but I mean, I hear do work. Well, the reason why I ask is because today's Morning Moron, he had a DIY method to try to solve his back pain, but Not only did it not alleviate his pain in his back, but it almost killed him, and it had to do with liquid that came from his own body.
Oh, God.
Well, is it liquid? Is it a solid? It really depends. Okay, so this is in Ireland. This unidentified man, and you know what? I do agree with the hospital and the man for, saying, hey, can we just keep this anonymous? But we'll let the story be told.
Please.
All right, so an unidentified man's chronic back pain gotten so severe that he tried to take matters into his own hands by injecting his own semen into his arm.
What? What?
Yeah. I'm going to give you a second to kind of wrap your mind around that. Injecting his own semen into his arm to alleviate his back pain.
That is one bad ChatGPT prompt.
Right. I mean, I'm sure ChatGPT would not concur. Well, while seeking medical attention for his lower back, doctors did notice his arm was red and swollen, which, that's like HGH, right? But then he told them about his homespun back remedy, injecting homemade baby batter into his arm once a month through a hypodermic needle that he purchased online.
Good God.
Yeah, on the latest occasion, he'd done 3 doses. Oh, man. He's got the medical supply of that of a man in his young 20s,
No
huh?
kidding.
They went both into his muscle and his blood. Now, it's not clear where this medical advice came from, but it clearly didn't work out the way he planned. And after the man's back pain was relieved, he reportedly checked himself out of the hospital without the arm being drained. So his arm is still kind of swollen, and you don't want to cut it open, right? Because that's not pus that's coming out.
Oh.
Yeah, it's not pus, Rico.
Oh.
Yes, that's just not pus.
I'm so happy.
Rock 102.1 KFMA. Welcome back, Beef Vegan Presents. Yeah, I was just showing Rico this video. Sometimes, we did the question today. What's something that you'll inadvertently go down a rabbit hole with for hours just going through your phone? For me, the algorithm's usually like pizza reviews, right? It's been heavy on the pizza reviews, light on the big booty Latinas. So
Switching it up.
Yeah, I feel like either I'm maturing or I'm just losing my zest for life and I just want to eat pizza. But with that, I had this awesome squid video. It looks like a river squid. I never knew that was a thing.
I just finished Squid Games, too.
Okay, did you like it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I liked it. I mean, yeah, I'm still kind of digesting it,
Okay.
It kind of seems a bit repetitive sometimes, but
Okay.
it's good.
Yeah. I mean, I I enjoyed it, but I have talked to people who thoroughly did not enjoy it.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, if you want to know, Squid Game season 3 is literally just the second half of season 2. So let's just call it what it is. It's there's season 1 and then there's season 2. And now you could binge the entire thing all the way through. But don't hope for a happy ending. All right, let's talk about this real quick. Now, Alligator Alcatraz has made headlines here over the past couple weeks, but what is it? Well, it's basically a holding prison for detainees and immigrants before they're going to be deported, right? Now, a lot of questions here. This is in Florida, and a lot of people are upset that we even have these popping up. It's kind of makeshift, if you will. Think Tent City, right? So, obviously it's in the middle of like the wetlands in Florida. That's a very dangerous place to kind of post up. And that's why they came up with a clever name called Alligator Alcatraz. But it's not the alligators that were the problems for reporters. It was the mosquitoes, right? And this is where I have an issue because this is just inhumane, right? If you're stuck in a place, right, and say wrongfully stuck in a place, and you're getting ate up by thousands upon thousands of mosquitoes, can you think of a more slow and agonizing form of torture?
That'll be god awful.
Right. It's brutal. In fact, it was so brutal that reporters couldn't even report on the news because they were getting attacked so bad. You could see them getting attacked and it was just shutting them down. In fact, actually, I have a video.
It's like that's how they reward people on best behavior. Like, here's some bug spray.
Yeah, but even bug spray wasn't working.
Damn.
Yeah, like check this out. Listen to this.
If you had any doubts that Alligator Alcatraz was the real name of this place, then doubt no further because they have actually installed a real sign that points in the direction of Alligator Alcatraz.
You got a couple signs actually. And so here this reporter is posted up outside of the main entrance, right? And he tries to do some man
I'm
on
not
the
sure if
screen.
you guys can see, but I am being swarmed by mosquitoes right now. It is absolutely crazy.
Look at those, dude.
I'd be more worried about the mosquitoes, honestly, than the alligators. Oh my God. And this bug spray really is not doing its job. I'm telling you, these are different breed of mosquitoes. But anyway, we're gonna see how long I can last here. Here is
These mosquitoes look like bees, dude. They're that big.
Gigantic.
They're that full of all the blood, right? Just like nothing worse in this world than those damn mosquitoes.
the entrance to Alligator Alcatraz. You can see Florida Highway Patrol. Oh my God, these mosquitoes are crazy. I set up my tripod so I can talk to you guys, but I don't think I can even stand here. This is crazy. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this in one take because it is absolutely crazy. So Alligator Alcatraz, you guys have probably heard of it by now. Obviously, this is like a really, really big topic. National media, especially here local. There's probably another member of the media pulling up right now. President Trump was here earlier this week. He got a tour of the site with the Department of Homeland Security. The governor, Ron DeSantis, was here as well as some members of the media. If I keep touching my face, it's because I'm literally being eaten alive right now.
Yeah, there's no way you could concentrate and continue your train of thought while having your face violated over and over again. Yes, dude. I'm having almost sympathy bites that I'm feeling all over my face just from this. And it gets worse.
It is so crazy. And like I mentioned, I do have bug spray, but it is proving to not be effective. So let's talk about
he basically, I've seen videos where these guys are spraying it on their face almost like it's Banaka, like going into their mouth, macing themselves because directly spraying bug spray into their eyes because that is less painful than what they're going through just standing outside here.
Obviously, I cannot fly my drone here. This is one Big Cypress National Preserve, protected space, but it is also technically an active airport. Oh no. I think I have a mosquito bite on my bottom lip. Oh my God.
Bruh.
Oh yeah, just sprayed his face.
Lord. Okay, Alligator Alcatraz.
That's it. Yeah, that's all he can report on. And I felt so bad for the dude. And of course, anyone in there, if they have open windows, F that dude.
It's one thing too to be independent journalists where you can actually complain about that, but pro old school journalists would just be taking the pain.
Right. Yeah,
just welt it up.
Your entire face kind of looks like that of a movie where you have an allergic reaction. Your whole face blows up. You look like
it's Total Recall.
Yeah, or a garbage pail kid. Look, I spent time in Tent City when I was younger in the middle of summer, right? And that was excruciating because you can't escape the heat. But I would take that 10 out of 10 times than being in Tent City with mosquitoes.
Oh, absolutely.
Out of control like that.
No question.
Yeah, no escape from that. Just nonstop. Boom, boom, boom. So
you want to throw yourself to the alligator eventually.
Yeah.
Just eat me.
Yeah. And the mosquito's or the alligator's no thanks, man. You got no blood left. You're like beef jerky at this point. It's just skeleton. It's just dust. It's gross. All right, we're going to have to reset. We got more coming up after music from Seether, but you can join us on the podcast broadcast, youtube.com/beefvegan. Yeah, brutal. All right.
No thanks.
Morning, Dave. Good to see you. Anyone hear about the bounded bodies washing up on the shoreline Mediterranean Sea? No.
Yeah. More good news, huh?
I know. We can't have all the bad news, even though I did cover I
just read that they put a warning in front of Rush Hour on TV. Those sensitivity warnings. And it says I think on USA, the station. It preludes the movie. It says, "We all love our 90s buddy comedies." It's a black screen with white text.
Yeah.
But this movie was created in a different time. FYI, certain depictions, language, and humor may seem outdated and at times offensive. Oh, we got a warning for Rush Hour now.
That's funny. Well, there's a lot of Asian jokes and never touch a black man's stereo and stuff like that. But yeah, that's crazy for Rush Hour. I thought it was going to be because they're graphics, right?
Oh, yeah, the special effects and stuff. It probably still holds up.
Right.
But the humor, I guess I kind of want to go back and watch it now to see how outlandish it was.
Right.
Damn, we got away with that.
All right, Raul, do your homework. We'll see what happens. First time I'm seeing you on the stream. Good to see you. Congratulations, Dave. Dave, we got, his son just got accepted for college and has been fighting the TISM. He's had the TISM his entire life, but got a full ride scholarship. So congratulations, Dave. Well done. And your boy as well. Hopefully I'll still see him hockey season before he takes off and pimps all the ladies and football and stuff. So we got that going on. All right. Earlier this morning here, let's see. Earlier this morning we had Joey Chestnut's intro. We're not done with Chestnut, right? Of course, he's a hot dog eating champion. We know this, right? But I did have a theory as to why he had the most epic introduction of all time. And it went like this. Check effect. It went into effect at 11:59.
That's actually pretty impressive.
Yeah, I guess. Now first-time offenders get 30 days in jail and a 5. Hold on, that's the second morning moron here. We doubled up on morning morons today. We're loading up. All right, let's see. And that was us talking off the air, just broing down. Where's this clip here? It's going to be amazing. Don't see that. Nope. Nope. It wasn't. So that we're not even supposed to be recording at this point. That's why you saw that cloud. And then we just got shadow banned. No. Yeah. Are you watching along? There's a silly face. And okay. So then it was 25 minutes of nothing. All right. Never mind. All right. Well, there you go. So that's a little behind the scenes. We did have some issues this morning. Rico with the no sleeves. That's what Nick is saying along here. All right. Yeah, we shouldn't. You should never see us VAP and then drop the E right on the screen. I don't even want to say it because I'm afraid of getting flagged and shadow banned. But
Vape.
Vape, right? You'll never see us kind of Vape on the stream because I found out that it's detrimental to the reach on Facebook in particular. Will completely bury your video to get like 0 views. And so a lot of people think, oh, okay, you got like low views because you suck. That's only half true. The other half is the old algorithm, right? And how much Facebook
playing the game.
Yeah, loves you that week or doesn't love you. And then if you break any of the rules, like if I start off the show with some heavy F words, maybe a C word, then that could shadow ban me as well. I gotta kind of squeeze those words in.
It's a big old minefield every single day.
Yeah. And no.
Until Big Vape starts playing the game and pays off Facebook.
Right.
I'm like, hey, you know what? Smoke up, everybody.
Yeah.
We'll pay you to smoke.
Yeah. Speaking of Vape, 710 is going to be, 710 day happening, which is the Stoner's second 420.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Because upside down, 710 spends oil. Stoners love it. So somebody was super high when they came up with that. Now, with that, though, we're going to have Chrissy from Tucson Doobie in giving us a rundown of some cool events that they're associated with. Oh, look at this.
Is it going to be at the the same place as last time? What is that place called? The
no, I don't
Tower?
know. I don't know. That's we're gonna ask Chrissy. She's gonna have like a rundown. Here's Larry Mack hosting the Tesla show. I ain't got no invite on that. That was on 4th of July.
Wow.
Yeah.
America.
Yep. There's repping the KLPX here. And then I guess that's the lead singer.
What the hell was that?
That was lead singer of Tesla.
No, where?
Ava.
At Ava?
Ava
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Fancy.
Yeah. So, yeah, she's coming in this week and to talk. Oh, Whistle Stop was the name of the place that you're talking about. Yeah.
Cool spot.
That was a super cool spot. Yeah, that was where the girl who was running it asked me for a business card, and I nagged her hard. She has not talked with me since.
Like, what is this, 1997?
Yeah.
Like, all right, never mind.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Well, F
Forget
you,
this.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. And your friends, whoever you're friends with. I'm like, well, I mean, that's
a joke.
Yeah. People tag me. Yeah. Am I friends with everyone who tags me? Not necessarily. But I thought it was a good joke. You loved it. You loved it a little too hard. I think if you didn't laugh as hard, then
What? For what?
For when I said the business card line, then I think
it's true. I did make it worse.
Yeah, it wouldn't have stuck.
He got you. He got you good.
Yeah, and I was like, hey, I mean, it is 420. I'm a little high. So basically, what happened? She asked for my business card, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I left my card in the 1990s, right? And I was like, just follow each other on Instagram. That's how you do it. That's the everyday update to the business card. He loved it. She didn't.
Whoops.
Yeah, and then it was a slow walk backwards
into the bush
to exit the scenario.
into the pot cloud.
Yeah. Right. So Yeah, and then we're gonna see Raul as far as who's gonna fill in for rotation.
Yeah, we're doing a Squid Game audition.
Yeah, Squid Game auditions, things like that. And it's not necessarily open to everybody, but we kind of have a general idea of what we're looking for and what we can add. So with that said, Raul, show me your best reels, show me your best Instagram, show me your editing. Your video editing. Show me,
and learn some South Korean for the games.
Yes, learn some South Korean because,
it's gonna be crazy.
Don't be afraid of heights.
Yep.
Yes, because you're gonna have to walk a tightrope in downtown Tucson.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
I did it.
Yeah, Weirdo has been doing her salon. She's been very busy with the salon. So busy, in fact, that she hasn't been able to come in here. So hopefully, Weirdo will pop back in. But I'm not waiting. You know what I mean? Like Weirdo is, like really focused on building her business and she's making a bunch of money and trying to be independent financially for good reasons. And so I'm all for that. So she is not going to be popping up as frequently as we had her before, but she still might pop up here and there. Valdez is no longer with the crew. He's doing his other thing. You could hear him on Saturdays here. Kendall is coming on. Yaz is probably jumping into the rotation a little bit more. Mari's still here. Emil's still here. Rico's still here.
I like Yaz just because I feel like all you got to do is say funny things and have her straight face you. And that's like internet gold right away.
Oh, I know.
Just like her face.
No, I mean, Yaz and I, we vibe so hard. So when I was talking to Yaz, because she called me up because she hosted this event at the neighborhood downtown. It was a Love Island watch party, right? And
where was it at?
It was at the neighborhood.
The neighborhood? Because
downtown, there's two neighborhood bars.
Who else is doing that? It'd be kind of funny to go to one of those. I think, what is it? The pickleball place? Corbett's?
Yeah, Corbett's.
I think they're having that too.
Okay, yeah, because
that's funny.
It's a big deal,
yeah,
right?
Yeah,
so
everybody's into it.
They were looking for a host. She hesitated in auditioning for that, but she 100% is right for that. And she, she's hosted on TV. She hosts with me at the Roadrunners games. She's somewhat of like a local celebrity. So, I was like, fuck yeah, of course you're doing it. So then they went to go do promo videos. She was there with notes and scripts. She's like a newscaster, right? So she was ready to go. One take, Jake. The guy that was doing it with her was like, I've never done this before. I'm so nervous. And she's just like, follow my lead, bangs it out, kills it. And apparently it was a fun event as well. So that happened on Thursday, the day on July 3rd. But I think she'll be hosting a couple different events. So we were talking and then, I have the opening here and I'm like, why don't you sign up at this point too and get you in rotation? Like, are you able to join us like a week or two? Because, I like mixing it up and I don't want it to just be like just me and you on all days or just me and Mari. I like to mix it up to have like 3 or 4 people on a show sometimes and be able to rotate and have some flexibility. You know what I mean? So that's where we're at. So let's see. I gotta be there. Let's see, help me with the dreads. And it said, we got Metallica on the way, Tool coming up. But keep rocking local on rock. Is that your audition right now, Jeff? No, I don't need it. Well, obviously, I don't need a radio DJ, personally, So going and saying liners and stuff like that, that's obviously not the show that we're doing in the morning. It's a little different, right? I asked you personal questions. I don't need funny responses. And you got stuff like, let's see. Let's see. Okay, like this. I should just do. Hey, Rico, what's a game you would absolutely refuse to play naked? See, I'm going to ask these inappropriate questions like that. So, but I know that since we have the ads happening, we're going to have a bunch of
a funny game to play naked?
What's that?
Hide and go seek. He's just walking around naked looking for people.
That's a creepy ass game for sure.
Just like, where are you?
It's fun when it's like between a couple.
Oh, yeah.
And a relationship. That's cute. A little dangerous,
somebody
but
walking in on you playing that game.
Super creepy when it's a group of fucking friends. Where everyone
hiding from a naked guy.
Yeah.
Where is he?
Everybody is fully dressed except for the person looking for the people hiding. and then it strips you down. I mean, it's kind of brilliant.
Yeah, that makes you really want to hide better.
Oh my God! Yes,
a really good spot.
You're not going to be behind the window curtain, having your feet stick out from the bottom on that one. No, you're going to bury yourself inside a couch cushion, or do the Tom Cruise and hang up on the ceiling.
Wall.
Yeah.
As a naked guy walks past, where are you, beef?
Yeah. And just pounces on you. That's fantastic. That is 100%.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah. I think I want to play that then and ask. So interesting stuff here. All right, we got Deftones, My Own Summer. Did you guys see that Conor McGregor wants on the UFC White House card now?
Okay, so that's true, huh?
Look,
next 4th of July.
Who fucking knows? I mean, this guy like literally just talks like rambling on this, and obviously has a good relationship with Dana White.
Right.
So I mean, they would make it happen. Here, let's go. Rock 102.1 KF, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. We're live on a podcast broadcast. Let me share this audio real quick because I was talking about Conor McGregor, the UFC, the White House. Well, you know that the president is a massive fan of UFC. Every major pay-per-view event, he's right there, front row, letting the fighters kiss the ring. All right. Now, he said this during the 4th of July, in between a bunch of other things that I don't know if you could take anything serious. Sometimes he just has verbal diarrhea, but it doesn't seem 100% unfathomable. And that is the White House lawn to host a UFC event. Listen to this.
We're going to have a UFC fight. We're going to have a UFC fight. Think of this on the grounds of the White House. We have a lot of land there. We're going to build we're not. Dana's going to do it. Dana's great, one of a kind. We're going to have a UFC fight, championship fight, full fight, like 20, 25,000 people. And we're going to do that as part of 250 also. We're going to have some incredible events, some professional events, some amateur events. But the UFC fight's going to be a big deal too.
All right, so that's how we were going to celebrate America's 250th birthday is by, just celebrating America's oldest sport, the UFC brawls, right? Right on the lawn with like 25, 30,000 people in attendance with all the championship fights. And, Conor McGregor was one of the first to speak up and say, to honor America, allow me to be a part of this. And be like, hey, get back to Ireland.
Easy.
And you're not even a part of the UFC anymore, technically. You keep flexing the fact that you're co-owner the bare knuckle fighting championship and haven't had a fight in years. Looked all like either coked out or steroided up or both. And so
proper 12.
Yeah, it wasn't a surprise that he announced on X that he'd be honored to take part of that. Who knows if that will happen? But
all I care is if in the White House lawn, whoever loses the fight, I hope Trump comes up with like the gladiator style thumb up or down thing.
Oh, that's what he wants. I think that's what he wants. He wants to go full Joaquin, Joaquin Phoenix. Yeah. But
here we go, baby.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Would you like to see
honestly,
a UFC?
I thought the gimmicky thing they did, but I loved it though, was the dome in Vegas, the Sphere. Yeah.
Yes.
I thought that was excellent.
Yes.
The White House, a little bit different, a little cheesier.
Yeah.
A little bit,
Yeah. The Sphere has like state-of-the-art technology and whatnot. You're talking security issues too. It's like,
sure,
you're the president. We're kind of in, these times of turmoil. Not everybody is a massive fan, let's be honest. And you want to host 30,000 people on your lawn, bro?
It's my house.
It's
my lawn.
We'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. Mm-hmm. We got Connor here. He'll take care of it.
Head of security.
Yeah. That was a real thing. That's the world that we live in. It's a bizarre timeline.
Oh, it is.
All right. So we're clear. Yes, that happened. I mean, John Jones retired, so he's not going to be in it. Speaking of bizarre timeline, while we're talking about it, nothing to see here. Looks like, this whole Jeffrey Epstein thing, that was all made up, man. Can you
A
believe
figment
it?
of your imagination.
Yeah, dude. I mean, sure. The Pam Bondi and the FBI have been stating for years that there was a client list and Epstein was blackmailing people, and there's people that speculate that he was murdered while in custody. But now the DOJ and FBI, they cleared things up. They said, hey, nothing to see here at all. Turns out, no blackmail list, none whatsoever.
Nothing.
Not even a client list, and this guy wasn't even murdered. Here's 3 seconds of a 12-hour video of him being in his cell by himself. You can't see him in the cell. Trust us. All right.
We got this.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
It's fine. So, yeah, a list doesn't exist. That's not a thing. And with that, who's happiest about this? It's got to be Ghislaine Maxwell, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if there's no list and there's no crime,
You're free to go.
shouldn't she be free to go?
Right. Technically.
Yeah, there's 0 client list. There's 0 blackmail list.
Nothing.
There's 0 evidence of anything coming in and whacking this guy.
Do you think the FBI at least maybe once had the conversation with like CIA or something where like, that thing from the Men in Black, like the little flash thing? It's like, can we do that on the TVs across America?
Yeah.
Just like make them forget.
Yeah. Like,
We'll try it.
Epstein, how do you pronounce that
Right.
name? I've never heard of it before in my life.
Yeah.
Is he in Israel? Is it part of the conflict? Yeah, no. So
It's crazy.
obviously, people are upset that this is the information that's coming out now, and it's used as fuel for the fire for Elon versus Trump. So, yeah, it's great. Can't wait for those UFC fights on the lawn.
Yeah. Crazy times.
Now, how about we have Elon and Trump headline it?
Ooh.
Yeah, he's talking about a true heavyweight battle of billionaires. Boom.
At the very least, to compromise, put them in like those fake inflatable sumo ones we had back in the day.
Yeah. Well, you know what you could do, because art in this political landscape emulates professional wrestling. Now, Donald Trump has already been down this route before, right?
True.
He was representing Bobby Lashley at WrestleMania, while Vince McMahon represented Umaga. And they had to face off with both men in fighters' corners, and there were stipulations on the line. Whoever's fighter lost would have to get their head shaved.
Ooh.
Yes.
That's right.
That's right. Now, Vince
Mhm.
McMahon, he lost, right? That means Umaga lost. So Bobby Lashley, representing Donald Trump, laid the smackdown on Umaga, got the 1, 2, 3. And then Vince McMahon had to get his head shaved and embarrassed in front of the empire that he built, right? In front of everybody. And he did. And he looked very weird with the bald head. People made fun of him for a long time. It took him many years to get his signature coif, whatever. Coif back.
Poof.
Yeah. He had really good billionaire hair.
Uh-huh.
And then after that, there was a moment there that he looked like Eminem. It was like a Caesar cut. I mean, it looked weird. It took a while.
Out of all the embarrassing things he's done or been through, like that's probably top 3.
Yeah, you shave your
For
head.
sure.
You shave your head, right?
I've done it before.
So you got to train your hair to go forward or backwards, right?
Mhm.
So that's what happened with him. He had a lifetime where his hair would naturally slick back. But when he shaved it, he didn't realize you have to train your hair so then it would go forward. And it took him years to be able to get it to go back
The
again.
billionaire getting mad at his hair.
100%, right? So I'm saying that we've already seen this play out. Don't be surprised if the UFC main event is in one corner, right? Let's say, just for the sake of argument, Conor McGregor and being managed by Donald Trump, with then say Nate Diaz. I think Trump would go for Diaz, to be honest with you. And is represented by Elon Musk, and they go at it for the third final time.
Like Game of Thrones
Trilogy.
style, somebody in the stead of them.
Yes,
Yeah.
and they're walking out together and they're representing, and then there's a stipulation there. Loser, has to, spend $1 billion or something. I don't know, right?
That
Loser,
would be interesting.
loser owns NASA,
Right.
right? All right.
Loser gets their exposed on Epstein's list.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, it's interesting to see this whole thing, play out. But like I said, don't be surprised if history repeats itself. And we've already seen the script with WrestleMania, Vince McMahon and Donald Trump. There's a Beastradamus shot for you. Oh, he just went pew, shadow ban.
Violence will not be tolerated.
See, I don't go bald at least a 2. Yeah. Yeah, no, I did my summer haircut too. I wanted to do that over the weekend, but I did not. All right. So, all right. Let's see. We have more. In fact, actually, there was a clip I wanted to share from last Thursday we didn't get to, or Wednesday. What is it? Oh, here, I want to just show you this real quick. All right, watch this. This is Kendall's Crazy Eyes. There it is. It's a talent that she has. She can just do crazy eyes. I have to clip that, and for no reason other than, she's like, "Look what I can do," and I'm like, "Holy shit, dude!" Her eyes.
Whoa! Oh, I didn't see that until now. The opposite direction.
Yes.
Dude,
yeah. Oh my god. Yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah. They are crazy eyes. So. She's able to do that pretty well.
How? I want to learn.
Yeah, she'll teach you. First, step 1, it starts with an R. Be that, and then step 2, don't say anything that I'm saying about the R thing.
Okay.
Okay. And then
thanks.
Yeah, and then you're good. So, yeah, we have that going on. All right. Let's see. Here's something that we didn't get to here. Did we do? Yeah, we did Rico's 5-star. Last week here. I'm gonna do this one instead. All right, let's go Thursday. Girl. Hold on.
Hold.
I got it lined up here. It's continuous flow. We're ready. Good thing I don't have Todd on here giving me the what have you.
The wherewithal of what have yous.
Yeah. Here it is. I just want a clean sweep. There we go. Clean. Shit. I was almost there. Come on. Clean. There it is. Oh, clean. There it is. Here we go.
It is awful. Did you do something that got you fired from your job?
I just get stupider.
It's fun being stupid.
Don't hide this in vain. Let us laugh at your pain. Call 600-KFMA right away.
I promise we won't embarrass you.
Because Beef Vegan presents F My Life. F My Life. F My Life.
Yes, it's time for another edition of your F My Life. These are reports and situations. Email to us, beefvegan@kfma.com, subject line FML. But of course, if you have an F My Life you care to share before this Independence weekend, you can give us a call, 600-KFMA, that's 600-5362. And Emil and I will weigh in on your F My Life situation. Now, we have so many great ones this short week. We had to double up our FMLs today, so we'll do another round in the 8 o'clock hour. But first, let's get into our first batch. First email sent to me by Marcy. Marcy said, Beef, I was drying my duvet and pillows in the dryer. Apparently, one of the pillows was memory foam, which I was not aware of. It caught fire due to the heat and nearly burned down my laundry room.
I did not know it's a memory foam pillow.
Yeah, that's a fail right there.
Yeah,
I didn't know that memory foam pillows will engulf in flames.
I guess they can now. Well, thanks for letting us know.
Yeah, F My Life for Marcy.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, there goes the duvet and everything else, and almost your entire laundry room. Yeah. So definitely F My Life. All right, Mike sent this next one. This is a home fail as well. He said, I tried to replace my garbage can's trash bag, but every time I tried to pick it up, it would rip. So now my only option is to physically take everything out of it and pray to the gods of garbage that I get a trash can that doesn't have the durability of a one-ply toilet paper.
Yeah.
Yes. F My Life. You ever been in a situation like this?
Totally. I hate my trash can right now. So
Do you really?
Yeah, I really hate it. I hate it so much.
Why do you hate it?
Just because it's a piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Hilarious that it's become what it holds. Yeah, but I F my L.
So every single time you got to take out the trash, you're like, oh God, here we go again.
Yeah, I have to pull the bag out, but I have to undo it from these clamps. And it's just I face popping holes in it. And it's a whole thing.
Yes, I could feel the frustration growing. And I could see your face getting red while describing it.
Because I have better things to do than fight with this dumb thing.
You're like, I got to pause my game for this. Every time your wife says, honey, you got to take out the trash, do you immediately feel that internal rage?
I just feel like my life is ruined at that point. It's just this is it.
Yeah, dude. Invest in a better trash can.
Yeah, maybe I should.
All right. A few more left here. Jose said, Beef, my son broke his hand when he and his best friend had the genius idea of punching each other in the fist as hard as they could.
Yeah.
F My Life.
Yeah, that's like a teen boy thing, man. We used to slap each other in the face as hard as we can back in the day just to see if we could. But
coming of age stuff, but whenever you have to go to a hospital and you're faced with
yeah.
that bill, then I definitely feel your pain, Jose,
Totally,
and that's
yeah.
F my life, especially something unavoidable. Be like, this was just a game. Oh man. Yeah, so I feel your pain for sure. F my life. All right, 2 more left to get a little spicy from here on out. Taylor said, Beef, I called my fiance just to tell him how much I loved him as a sweet gesture.
Mm-hmm.
He yelled at me for interrupting his video game and blamed my neediness on the fact that I'm menstruating.
Oh, come on, man.
Yeah, that's your fiance.
Yeah,
that means
yeah,
you still
you're
have
with
an
that person.
out, Taylor.
You're being with that person for the rest of your life. Like, and they're just like, oh, I'm playing video games right now. How dare you? You express your love for me.
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah, F my life.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
100%, for sure. All right, this last one got me, made me smile from ear to ear. Like, good for you, but also F my life. Crystal said, I rushed to work this week after a night of drinking and partying, put my hair up on the way in.
Okay.
People started worriedly asking what happened to my head, so I looked in the mirror. I had scratches and a welt on my forehead from hitting the wall during sex last night.
Well, just let them know that.
F my life for Crystal.
No, she's getting it. Hey, have fun. It's a funny story. Could be worse.
Yeah, I mean, it's like. All right, we're back here. We're going to get on the air in just a second. I actually text Weirdo that comment, Anthony. I took a picture of it, screenshot it. I said, what do I tell them and when will you be back? She's probably on vacation right now, too. Mari's on vacation, too. She's out in San Diego with her whole fam. And
Nice.
yeah, it must be nice for sure. Yeah, I was thinking about that, too. I was actually thinking about going to San Diego this week, this Wednesday. But what I do have is instead, it's even more fun than vacation in San Diego. A doctor's appointment at the dermatologist
way
to
cooler.
check out his questionable mole.
Hell yeah, dude.
I'm adulting so fucking hard, dude.
You can drink a Corona in there too, right?
Yeah, I will. Rock 1 2.1 KF, man. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. All right. Today we actually talked about, video games, classic video games, and the 10 best, right? Street Fighter 2 was one of them. You remember the old school Street Fighter movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Oh, do I?
Yeah. It's a cult classic. Not necessarily a great film, but a cult classic nonetheless.
Who's the actor that played M. Bison in that? Legendary.
Oh, yeah. It was the guy who played in The Addams Family.
Uh-huh.
Gomez in The Addams Family. It was, God, I know that name right off the bat. But either way, our streamers could come up with the answer. The reason why I even said this is because they are shooting, allegedly, a new Street Fighter movie, a live action film. And the cast leak of who's going to be who is rather insane as far as some of the people that they have that are lined up for this. Okay, so the initial, 1994 movie, which had a pretty wild cast back then. Jean-Claude Van Damme, Ming Na, Kylie Minogue was in that, right? Yeah, so now there's a couple. I got pictures here I can show you as well. First and foremost, for the role of Chun-Li is Kalina Liang. Do you know who she is?
No.
Okay, let me show you what she looks like. She's beautiful, first and foremost.
I'm just reading who's playing Blanca. That got me excited.
Yes, and once you get to Blanca, it's going to blow your mind because you're like, what? All right, so, she appeared as a teen in the horror film Presence, and, so she's great, okay? Then Ken is Noah Centineo, whatever, a leading man on Netflix. You've recognized him from the recently canceled Recruit. All right, then we got Jason Momoa. Jason Momoa as Blanca, which when you look at Jason Momoa's face, you're like, okay, yeah, maybe. I can kind of see that. That's
in green paint? All right.
In green paint.
Orange hair?
Yeah, I saw a clip of Jason Momoa over the weekend. He was actually hosting Black Sabbath's final show. He was like a celebrity host right before, who was it? Right before... Pantera went on the stage. He introduced Pantera and then he immediately climbed down into the crowd and then went up to the circle pit, went into the crowd just so they could mosh to Pantera.
Hell yeah.
Hardcore. That's our Blanca. All right. Then 50 Cent is going to be in this movie as Balrog. Yeah. Which it's been a while since 50 Cent has been, in movies that I recognize, but that's kind of a big deal. Now let's talk some WWE guys. All right, starring allegedly as Guile, Cody Rhodes. He's current WWE superstar, kind of has a Guile-like tattoo on his neck. So it kind of fits. He's known for his good looks and his blonde hair. It's not necessarily a departure away from the original character. And then you got Roman Reigns. Yes, the tribal chief as Akuma. And I don't even remember what Akuma was like in the game. But you got yourself Roman Reigns, who's destined to be a massive movie star. He's just a good looking dude. And he hasn't been wrestling for jack. So, based off of this list, Andrew Schultz is Dan. I don't know. It's a running joke. Let's see. And then, the guy who's allegedly playing M. Bison is the Polka Dot Man in Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm.
How do you say his last name?
David Dasmalchian?
Well, then they're going to have to use a lot of CGI because M. Bison is obviously a hulking villain. Huge in the game. We got Orville Peck as Vega.
He's already wearing the mask, so why not?
Yeah, the fact that you even knew that, I mean, why the hell is Orville Peck wearing a mask? Who is it? He's a country guy.
Yeah, he's a country guy.
Yeah, I know.
Like a crooner.
Yeah, but why is he wearing a mask?
It's his thing.
Yeah, I would cut him from the movie immediately.
Why does Daft Punk wear a mask? I don't know. It's their thing.
Okay, well, there you go. I mean, it looks good. I mean, so, I was excited, of course, with the WWE stuff. Everything else is kind of cool, too. Of course, Jason Momoa is Blanca. Yeah, shut up and take my money.
Right.
All right, we got your beef tip coming up after these words. We got more coming up right after this. Rock 102.1 KFMA. I just repeated myself, but whatever. It's Monday. All right, let's see.
Cody Rhodes. People are already talking about his physique. It's like, it doesn't match Giles.
Well, okay. I mean, let's talk about it because, he can work a little harder, but, looking at the side by side, you're like, wait a second, he's not the buffest guy. But
yeah,
on screen, yes, he absolutely would be. He's still, a powerhouse.
You got that guy, Boss Logic on Instagram and does a lot of cool mock-ups. He already has one up for him with the hair and everything.
Did you send me a link?
I can.
Yeah, do that, and then we'll look through it.
But Alan Richmond, people are like him, like that would be a shoo-in for sure. That guy's already like built like a tank.
Alan Richmond.
Reacher.
Reacher.
Yeah, Prime Video, Reacher. Never.
Prime
Buff dude.
No, you don't watch it. Yeah, I know. I guess I have to, huh? All right, yeah, send me that link. I'm ready for the mock-ups. But that's what AI is all about, right? So I think, Cody Rhodes being cast in that pretty good. Cody Rhodes does have a lisp, though. And it's a lisp that he can't get rid of. It is something that he's had his entire life.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes he's made fun of it. I mean, he's still been able to overcome, right? Because the guy's still the champion.
For some reason, Giles a mute in the movie.
Yeah.
So he doesn't talk. He's strictly American.
Just smiles and looks
smiles.
Good. Yeah,
I just sent it over.
Okay. Yeah, I got it. Let's see what this looks like. I'm actually excited to buy it. All right. All right. Scrolling down. Here we go. All right, so that's Bison. Okay. All right, I can kind of see it. We'll mock up of that. Again, that's Polka Dot Man. Cody Rhodes. All right. He's got the muscles, the physique, the hair, Yeah.
That square top.
Yeah. His neck tattoo is almost like his arm tattoo. It's not even that far of a stretch. It just makes it super easy.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. Oh, that's it? Just those two?
Yeah, the main ones.
Okay.
I do want to see a Blanca, though.
Yeah.
He was my favorite character in that game. It was so easy to make people mad. You just put him in a corner, electrocute him the whole time, and that's how I lost a lot of friendships growing up.
Yeah, and do the spinning wheel towards them, spin at them. Yeah, those two.
Who was the Indian guy with the slinky arms?
Oh,
Dalsine?
Dalsine or whatever. Yeah, he was great.
He made so many people mad with that guy.
Oh my God, yeah, that guy. I would go. I was never great at Street Fighter 2. Yeah, so
that's how I learned how to beat up cars.
Yeah. Those mash 'em up games, I never necessarily great at. I'm not a fan of this Orville Peck guy. It's a pretty badass mask, but how ugly are you?
It just has the build, I guess, a skinny, lanky, dollar store Wolverine.
Yeah, give me a good actor and put a mask on him. Don't just give me a mask guy who's like so fucking shy.
Is Cody Rhodes a good actor?
Yes.
Is
yeah. In fact, actually, he delivers like 15-minute monologues fucking live on the air in front of 30,000 people. on a weekly basis. The guy's got it down.
Well, as his character, can he play somebody else?
Yes, he could totally play somebody else. He's been
He gets so defensive
Stardust.
with wrestlers. I love it.
Well, in Cody, you can't get to the top of that mountain without being, a triple threat, if you will. You got to physically be able to perform, but yeah, you have to.
Oh, then you can say the same about a musician.
No,
Getting in front of a crowd and warming them up, talking to them.
I'll tell you, as a musician, former musician as well, a lot of it's muscle memory. You know what I mean? So you could easily just tap into the songs. You're doing the same thing over and over again, right? And performing, right? And if you sing, if this guy, like, is he so shy that he feels like he can't even perform without his mask on? I mean, I don't know the backstory of Orville Peck. I just know it's country. That's why I'm not listening. But I will say that if he has any sort of stage fright, get him the fuck out of there. He's not. No, give me an actor then. Because Vega doesn't need to be.
Still think, especially country actors, you have Dwight Yoakam. Anytime he's in a movie, he kills it.
Yeah, but Dwight Yoakam is legitimately a tortured, fucked up person. Like, he is an alcoholic, drug addict, like, mess. He's got demons. He probably had an uncle that like touched his butthole. So Dwight Yoakam carries that pain with him wherever he goes. And that creates a fantastic actor. You could tap into that.
I don't listen to country, but I know all of Dwight Yoakam's traumatic history.
Yeah. When it comes to butthole stuff, I got a Google alert. Dwight Yoakam, he looks like an alcoholic uncle that I knew.
Either way, it's great on screen. That's all I know.
Again, Orville looks like he's just like a kind of a shy nerd. I'm not convinced yet. I'm not convinced. I would have to see him in something. Rock 1 2.1 KFMA. Welcome back to Beef Vegan Presents. Yeah, and you also named a country guy that's like an old country guy, right?
Yeah, Dwight's a legend.
Yes, Dwight Yoakam is a legend. He was performing without a mask for 30 years before he got behind the camera or in front of the camera to act. And it started with smaller roles and it's developed. And a lot of times he's playing characters that are really close to his heart, which is damaged people, alcoholics, abusive relationships, that kind of stuff. So that's very right up country's alley, right? That's what he was singing about his entire career. Now, Orville Peck, on the other hand, don't know what the hell he's singing, but he wears a stupid mask while he performs, and that doesn't make him qualified for Vega, just because he wears a mask. If anything,
maybe Rey Mysterio could play him.
Now we're talking. Give me Kane. Give me the wrestler Kane or Mankind over.
There we go.
Yeah,
those are the
Vega.
masks we're talking about.
Yeah. Okay, now we're back on track here, right? But yeah. So with that though, we're almost out of time. Let's get into a beef tip. If you're a boss, here's something according to Forbes: 6 signs you're a bad boss. And I don't mean like a bad boss bitch. I mean bad boss. Like people don't like you as a boss, all right? And then you let me know if I'm any of these, Rico. Okay, the first and foremost, the coercer. The type of boss that manipulates their team to prioritize their own personal interests over their team's needs. What? Am I a coercer?
No, I'm saying that's definitely on the list.
Yes, of course. Okay, so I need a yay or nay if I'm this person.
I'm not going to tell you out loud.
No, tell me out loud. This is the only way I'm going to learn. Okay. The avoider, the type of boss that doesn't show up for their team. They fail to respond to emails. They frequently give their team they frequently don't give their team the support they need for the success.
No.
Okay. All right. The micromanager, the type of boss is overly involved in day-to-day dealings of their team, often dictating personal preferences for how the work should be done.
Every time I do poop, you kind of text me like, hey, you almost done?
That's it, though.
Yeah.
And that's not even job-related. That's just butt-related. All right. The blocker, type of boss fails to recognize individual contributions. They get in the way of their team's progression by focusing on their own advancement.
No.
Okay. So far, I'm 4 for 4. Not a bad boss. The hoarder, the type of boss that holds all key information and selectively shares it with the team. If ever, this can cause duplicate work and anxiety amongst the team.
Oh, yeah, because you're tied to contracts. You can't exactly tell us everything.
I tell you everything. I mean, I'll tell you everything about everything, especially when it comes to the job. And the blamer. This type of boss will also will blame others if something goes wrong and will fail to ever take accountability. It's their reputation at all costs.
Oh, absolutely.
No. Let's be honest.
You go, no.
Yeah. I feel like I'm 6 for 6. Not a bad boss.
Like I'm almost perfect record here. Come on, don't ruin
That's
this.
right. I mean, I would hope there's several people out there listening and just like, yeah, you know what? Maybe it's a me problem. Anyways, don't have any of those. Don't be any of those things. And hopefully you won't be considered a bad boss as well. That's your beef tip. Tomorrow, we'll continue to have tickets giveaway for Jerry Cantrell. Till then, Robin Ash is up next. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. Drive safe, ride safe. And as always, rock local. Later.
When
see, not bad, not bad.
On a side of beef,
maybe I'm a coercer.
Will come an end to all your grief. But if you've been mean or kind of bad, I will knock out all your teeth.